stuff at the top.
Goodness
and then
me.
you drink it, but we all lived through it. We've gone on to be responsible adults.
When you're peeling your milk, that is a bad sign.
Well, you know, when the bloke who delivers it, milkman, leaves it in front of the school with the sun coming up and across it before we get there,
Yeah.
that's just what we have to deal with. Helen, hello to you.
Hello, Glenn.
How are
What
you,
about
Helen?
Den? What about Den, Helen?
I said Dennis first.
Oh, sorry, we missed that.
See, you
Go
came
ahead.
first,
Oh, I
Dennis. The
always
locomotive
say it.
comes well before the last carriage.
Glenn, I thought it was interesting you referred to schoolyard years because I spent most of my secondary education in the schoolyard, in the quadrangle, as a punishment.
Ooh, that's a punishment.
What
And
did you
guess
have to
what
do?
for?
You weren't
You'll never
lashed
believe it of me.
to a tree or something. What's
Talking in class.
talking?
Oh, I can't
Dennis.
believe that.
That's outrageous.
No.
Helen, no, it couldn't
Even
be.
in classes like art, walking into the room, Mrs. Nixon grabbed me for talking and put me in the quadrangle.
And what were you supposed to do in the quadrangle, Helen?
Well, stand upright in whatever weather and
Oh,
have no one to talk to. And the basic problem was, in those days, because we're talking 100 years ago, if you finished your work early, because you were good at it, you were supposed to just sit there. They didn't give you any supplementary lesson or anything. So I always finished early because I was good at it. And my penalty was that I had to sit there, and God help me if I talked to anyone. I had to go to the quadrangle.
the question I have for Helen, Dennis, is what did she learn from her time in silence in the quadrangle?
Oh, I don't talk anymore.
No, I don't
Yes, you
believe
do.
that.
You do to me.
I don't believe that. I do not believe that it was a one-off. I believe that you had your own little spot carved out in that quadrangle.
No, I understood that education in those years was just really directed to the bottom half of the class. And if you could do it and do it quickly, there was nothing for you. It was boring as hell.
What was your best subject, Helen?
Talking.
Debating.
Well, I got 100 for maths in year 10.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Can you top that, Dennis?
I was going to say English.
are you
didn't
kidding? So, Helen, you right through your school years, from primary right through, did you always sort of cruise along? You got it.
I did.
How wonderful. That's exactly the
But
opposite
my
experience for
punishment for
me.
that was I was really bad at sports. And because I was tall, I always had to play defense in basketball, which I hated, and be on the outside in the marching team so I could take big strides. So, you know, you win a few, you lose a few.
Swings and roundabouts, Dennis.
Yes, indeed. Helen, thank you. It's interesting. There's a bit of swings and roundabouts coming through in a lot of these callers. We'll take a break, Glenn. It's 26 to 8, 3AW. Back with Glenn Manton and your school memories on 133693. That's next.
Hi, Simon Owens here, your host for Saturday nights.
The Indo-Australian plate is correct, Michael. Though you would be likely to find them on any continent today, wild tomatoes originated on which continent?
South America?
Yeah, South America's correct. The Andes, western regions of Bolivia, Peru, Chile and Ecuador. So while they grew wild in South America, they were cultivated for the first time around 700 AD by the Aztecs and Incas. And now they're the most popular fruit in the world. So there you go. All right. Another music question. What 20th century musical film was this song on the soundtrack of?
Sound of Music.
Sound of Music. That's the one. Now, multiple choice. On this day, how many years ago, did NASA launch its WIND spacecraft on a mission that included a halo orbit between the Sun and Earth to explore space environment? Was it 13 years ago, 21 years ago, or 30 years ago?
21.
21. Unfortunately, not 21. Sorry, Michael.
No worries,
Good.
thank you.
Thank you. Good to talk to you and play the quiz with you. Have a great night.
You too, bye.
Linda is in Lengonjola. Oh, you're a first-time caller, Linda.
I am.
Ah, woohoo! And that one's fun and specific. Welcome, Linda.
Thank you.
Talk to me about your life hack, something you do to make everyday things just a bit easier.
Okay, so when I'm in the shopping centre car park, I have to take a photo
Yep.
of where I park my car.
Yep.
Because I have been lost numerous times
Yeah.
trying to find my car, so I always take a photo of where my car is, the
Yeah.
colour
Yep.
of the
The pole or the
of the level. Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Yep. The level. That's right.
That makes my life easier.
Easier. And do you find that you'll try, if you can, to park next to a pillar?
Yes,
Just to make the photo easier.
that's exactly right. Yes.
Good one. All right, Linda, we are on a multiple choice. We're down to two more options. On this day, how many years ago, did NASA launch its WIND spacecraft on a mission that included a halo orbit between the Sun and Earth to explore space environment? Was it 13 years ago or 30 years ago?
Oh, I'll go 13 years.
Aw. It's not 13 years ago. I'm sorry, Linda.
Oh,
but
never
put it
mind.
this way. You have definitely helped out the next person.
Yes, good luck.
Linda, lovely to play the quiz with you. I hope we get a chance to
You
do
too.
so again next time. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely.
Have a
Bye.
good one. Bye-bye. Ooh, another first-time caller. Justine, hi.
Hello.
Am I correct in saying you're a first-time caller?
Yes, I am.
Yay. Welcome. Justine, tell me about your life hack.
So every time I'm going through tax time, I have to put out receipts from all my handbags, every other hiding spot.
So do I. Yep.
Nightmare. So what I worked out, I'm 48 and it took me this long to work it out.
Okay.
It's a bit ridiculous, but anyway. What I have in my car is I have cardboard envelopes,
Oh.
and as soon as I buy something, because I get back in my car, make it a rule, it has to go in the right envelope. For example, I'm a teacher, so it's like teaching resources if I go to office work and buy stuff, or the car, or whatever else it is. So
Yeah, so you get in the car.
goes straight in there.
Well,
And then when I have tax time, I just get my envelope and it cuts it out. It's adjusted my tax.
Justine, you're cutting out. Hello, Justine, can you hear me? You keep coming in and
Is it
out.
better?
Yeah, that's better.
Oh,
That's better.
Is that better?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so basically when I just did my tax return and I used my envelopes, and it seriously cut down probably about 4 hours of hunting for stuff.
And that's usually. Can I ask you as well? And that's usually the case. And that's a great, like, you know, now that I think of it, because you get usually, you purchase something, you get straight into your car. That's your first stop, so it makes sense to keep something in there where you can just pop them in and then retrieve it when you need it. The other thing that happens to me when I kind of have them in my wallet, or I put them somewhere else, is that they fade.
They don't seem to fade in the cardboard.
In the
they
envelope.
fade a little bit
Yeah.
in the cardboard
Okay.
envelope.
Okay.
It's actually a thick cardboard. It doesn't work in plastic.
Mhm.
When you have plastic, because I've tried it, and it for some reason it like gets rid of the carbon.
Yeah.
And you can't read the receipt.
Yeah.
But I found that cardboard
Yeah.
for some reason keeps it.
It gives it some longevity.
Yes,
Very
that's
good.
correct.
Yeah, cool. Nice one. Thanks, Justine. All right, to our quiz, and look, it's gonna be tough. It's a multiple choice. We only have one choice left. So, on this day, how many years ago did NASA launch its WIND spacecraft on a mission that included a halo orbit between the Sun and Earth to explore space environment? We are down to one option, which is 30 years. So is it 30 years, or 30 years, Justine?
It's really hard to answer this, but I think it could be 30 years.
That's the one. All right, a music question now. Sing the next lyric. Take a listen.
Slip sliding away. No, that's not correct.
It was still lovely, but no, not correct, unfortunately, Justine. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Really good to talk to you and play the quiz with you as well. And thanks for the hack, too. Have a great Friday night.
You too.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. We are playing the Friday National Evenings quiz, up to a music question. If you know the lyric or what